See, we're going to the callers now. We're getting the questions.
Yeah,
right?
let's go to the callers.
Right? This is true. We got to get the callers' questions. Okay, how did I learn how to breakdance?
Yeah.
I watched it.
Yeah.
I watched it over and over again. And then they started coming out with movies.
Yeah.
And I would watch those movies over and over again. I had a natural rhythm. I saw, when I told you, the movie Grease,
Yeah.
Saturday Night Fever, I know all those moves. I did them all.
Yeah.
Breakdancing came out. I used to practice all the time breakdancing. Now remember, I didn't have to be great. I had to be good enough. Just good enough to wow the crowd. And believe I was. That was good.
Why did you choose not to go Muslim?
Because I was raised Jewish.
Have you ever attempted to go Muslim?
I don't think that Muslim is right for me.
Who's Kosher Dills?
He's another rapper. Another Jewish rapper.
How many Jewish rappers are there that are...
Nowadays?
Yeah.
Bunches. How many are good?
How many are good?
I couldn't tell you. None?
What do you think about reggae music?
Not a fan. I think reggae and country are probably my least favorite musical styles. Reggae music, it's just too, again, it boils down to the hyperactivity.
Mm-hmm.
I like fun, dancing, get into it, have fun. Reggae dancing, you're stunned, you had a bump, and it's just a bopping.
Yeah.
I respect it. For me, reggae begins and ends with Marley.
Yeah.
And that's it. After that, it's just not my vibe. Is it do I dislike it for other people? No. I get it. People like Matasiahu, reggae, they like that bouncy stuff. Beautiful. I'm not a Birkenstock pothead. That's not what I like. Funk. I like hip hop. I like rock. I like up tempo, smooth. You know what I mean? Not reggae. Not for me.
What's Beat Street?
Beat Street, one of the greatest breakdancing movies ever. It's a hip hop movie. It encapsulates breakdancing, graffiti, the whole lifestyle, the fashion, the battles. The whole scene, lyric writing, all that stuff. It was a movie in the late 80s, mid to late 80s. Arguably one of my favorites. I know every line from that movie.
Are you a white guy? Do you consider yourself a white guy?
Well, I'm dark skinned, so I'm kind of mocha. Do I consider myself a white guy? I was born of Persian parents, so would you call a Persian a white person?
Where do you put on, like, forms when they ask you?
White, Caucasian.
Caucasian.
Yeah, but that's because I don't. They don't need to know my business. Sometimes I put black, African American. I don't care.
Is it okay for white people to rap?
Beastie Boys did it. Is it okay?
Well, they got to fight for their right to party.
Well, let me ask you this: is it okay for black guys to rock?
Sure.
Right. So why wouldn't it be okay for white guys to rap?
I mean, white guys can play in the NBA, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
There you go. Take away the stereotypes and the skin color and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Music is music. Mm-hmm. If it speaks to you, do it. If you can do it, good. If it's great, you'll sell 1 million albums. If it's not great, well, at least you can say you did something you enjoy.
How do black people react to your music?
They love it more
Yeah.
than Jews do.
Yeah.
They respect it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not intimidated. I'll tell you a story. I was at the BET Awards one year, and I went to the after party, and I'm standing on the balcony, having a cigar, just kicking it, talking to a friend of mine. My friend goes in to get something to eat, because I can't eat anything, so he goes in. I'm sitting out there, I'm overlooking Hollywood, and this black guy comes up to me, and we're chit-chatting, and I have my yarmulke on. I always wear my yarmulke. And he says, "You're Jew, aren't you?" I said, "Yeah." He said, all you Jews are is white niggers. And I thought about it for a second, and he continues on. He goes, "You were slaves, your history, you got the beat down from the man." And it made sense. So yes, we are. I agree.
He didn't mean that in a hostile way.
No, not at all. But he was saying, it was out of respect. He was saying, why, and he elaborated. We had a whole dialogue. Why is there a division? Like, why is there hatred or looking down upon? Either. We both have histories that more or less parallel each other. You know, ours may be longer, but in reality we do. From slavery to not being accepted in society, you know, and he went down a whole litany of things, and I thought, that's great. I said, does that give me permission to say I'm a white nigger? He said, no.
Does that make you mad that black people can use the N-word but white people can't?
I think it's just all hype. I use it with my black friends and my white friends, and I think how you use it is in context is probably the biggest determination whether you're going to get your ass kicked or not. You know what I mean? Is it nigga or nigger? You know, it boils down to this. In culture, in general, you assimilate the dialect of the culture you live in. If you live in New York long enough, you'll start talking like this. Your words, your ahs, it'll get like that. You live down in Texas long enough, you'll start to talk the slang. You know, the joke that I always hear from the guys on the East Coast, what's the highway, the freeway that we take, you know, that's no, the other one.
The 405?
Right, the 405. You know, they laugh at us because it's really 405, not the 405, but that's something we learn here in LA, you know, culturally. So it's the same thing. If you're a black guy growing up in a black community, they use the word nigger all the time. All the time. If you're hanging out with them long enough, you will assimilate some of that dialect. And you will learn when you can use it and when you can't use it. I don't use it in casual conversation just because I know that it irks a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's a sensitive thing. But when I'm with my black friends, how it's used in context is really the key. If you're saying it in hatred, or you're overusing it, or you're just white and sounding stupid, right? Not cool. But if you're with a group of people, black or otherwise, and you're using it in the context that it is used in the positive sense, you know, it just takes common sense. And I think the term nigger in anger, that's hatred. You see what I'm saying? I don't think the word nigga, it's in every rap song. You just sing the lyrics in your car, you're saying the word. You know what I mean? And I think nowadays, I don't think the teens growing up now, and kids in their 20s, really have that same outlook on people of different races than I had growing up. My grandparents, you know, back then the term was colored people. Oh, Etan, you're hanging out with the colored boy again? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, to me, colored was a term. I actually like that term because really, you're white and they have color.
Yeah.
Right? What do I do? You know, if you go to the beach and you lay out in the sun, what are you doing? You're getting color.
Yeah.
All right? So it's actually an appropriate term. I never heard my parents use the word nigger. I never heard my grandparents use the word nigger. I did hear Schweitzer sometimes, but that's not really, it can be used derogatorily. But I think words are really the power that you give to them.
So tell me about the time that rival Jewish rapper put out his Glock and just opened up on you. You know, there have been some pretty fierce...
Good times, yeah. There's a lot of fierce brawls.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of gunplay among Jewish rappers.
Yeah.
Like, why is the hate so intense, and why must it lead to gun violence?
I couldn't tell you. It's just too much hate. Too much hate.
So don't hate, appreciate.
You're good. You're good. You should think about a career.
I just want all the Jewish rappers to stop shooting at each other.
Where do we find my music? Hold on. The Boy Wonder wants to know, where do we find my music? Go to JewishRapper.com. You can go to iTunes. Go to CD Baby. Reverb Nation. I mean, it's all over the internet. But the easiest place is JewishRapper.com. There's music samples there. My Facebook page has got a player. Etan G or the Jewish Rapper, something like that. I can't follow everything. Twitter, the Jewish Rapper. There's every freaking so